Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. I've been wanting to talk about this for a few days ever since it happened, but I just haven't had time. But we're going to get into it today. And excuse me if I go off a little bit. I've been feeling a little sassy lately and I get a little crazy. A lot of people like that. So that's what's coming in this video. Be warned, I am a little irritated with Catelynn Baltier's sister, Sarah, who for some reason decided to take to TikTok to say that Catelynn has no trauma, it's all fake, that Catelynn only talks to her mom when she needs a babysitter, which is quite often, mind you. So I guess she talks to her mom quite often. This lady took to TikTok, and then Catelynn and Catelynn's husband, Tyler, come forward to say, listen, Sarah, like, we try to do right by you. We bought you a trailer. We tried to get you up on your feet. You have stolen from us. You wouldn't keep a job. You didn't keep the trailer. And I'm like, does this Sarah chick really think she has the audacity to say anything to Cate and Tyler when they've tried to help her? To question whether or not to say that Cate faked her PTSD and her trauma for views? First off, I watched 16 and Pregnant. I was traumatized from the way April and Butch treated Cate and Tyler, especially Cate. Okay, I watched 16 and Pregnant. No matter how they edit it, you cannot make someone say, especially when the camera's on their face, call their 16-year-old a condescending bitch. Or you better shut up before I knock your teeth out. Those things happened, okay? MTV didn't twist that. No, maybe she was saying you better shut up before I knock your teeth out to Butch, and they made it look like she was saying it to Cate. But in several things, she called Cate out by name. I was traumatized from watching it. So I can imagine how Cate felt being talked to like that as a child by her mother. So you guys, I'm a little on fire about this, and we're going to talk about it. If you guys don't know what happened, let me fill you in. So just to make sure I don't really miss out on anything, I am bouncing off the Ashley Realities Roundup. If you guys don't follow the Ashley's Reality Roundup and you are into reality TV, go follow her. She keeps up with all the good stuff, all the good reality TV shows. So she put up an article that says Catelynn responds after her sister lashes out at her and at MTV over how they portrayed their mom April on Teen Mom Family Reunion. All right, so Catelynn is clapping back at her little sister Sarah after Sarah blasted Catelynn over her treatment of their mother, Sarah. Sarah also ripped into MTV for the unfair way she feels April has been portrayed on the currently airing season of Teen Mom Family Reunion. Catelynn and her husband, Tyler, slammed Sarah for what she said in her TikTok videos, one of which has been deleted. Sarah claimed that Catelynn has faked trauma and PTSD that she suffers from her childhood just for the show, and that Cate placed her oldest daughter, Carly, up for adoption because she didn't want Tyler to leave her. I watched the show back then. They discussed this in detail about wanting to keep the baby. I don't think for a second Tyler was going to leave Cate if she decided to keep the baby. Not at all. Sarah also defended April, who was intoxicated on a few recent episodes of Family Reunions. So let's go ahead and let's get into it, you guys. It seems that it all started over on TikTok, where Sarah introduced herself as Catelynn's sister, then slammed Catelynn for using April as a babysitter while claiming that April's not a good mom. Let me say this. I like April. I think April has come a long way. She's made a lot of changes. She seems to do a good bit better. But we can't deny that April was struggling a lot when Catelynn was young, and her struggles and her addiction bled through in the life that she could provide for her daughter. Catelynn did not have a stable home.
I've lived in 13 different houses since I was born.
Catelynn did not have a safe environment for herself, let alone a newborn baby. No newborn baby deserves to be brought into a home like that. Where there's chain smoking, there's drinking, there's yelling, there's cursing, there's fighting. No child deserves that. Cate knew that. Cate and Tyler were smart enough to know what Carly deserved.
Who do you figure it's going to be better off? Not with their own natural parent.
Because we
I don't
can't.
understand. I mean, material-wise?
No.
Emotionally,
A stable household. A stable household.
So it's not moving all the time.
You make that. That's your choice. Huh?
You're absolutely right. It's not good enough. Not good enough for my kid. Not good enough for my kid. My kid deserves way better than this.
All that baby needs is love.
No, that's not all a baby needs is love, Dad. You have no idea what you're talking about.
I gave you the role model.
You gave me a role model. You've already been in my life for my whole life. What are you talking about? Give me a role model. You made a stupid choice and you're in prison.
Give the kid some love, man.
And it's gonna have plenty of love in the house that it's going to.
Yeah, screw that house and wherever it's going.
Yeah, screw this house.
Not only were they smarter than April and Butch at the time, they would have to parent their parents. Okay, so on the video, she says, me and Cate are 4 years apart. My mom didn't treat any of us any different. Get that right. Well, let me just say, Sarah, I feel bad for you. If your mom threatened to punch you, knock your teeth down your throat, call you a condescending bitch, I apologize. You did not deserve that. She goes on to say, MTV shows what will give them views, and clearly it works. Well, yeah, it's a show that's kind of, they do that. You're right, they do that. But can they fake something that absolutely did not happen? They can twist things all day long, and we know they do. We know they twist things. But there's no way they can fake when the camera is looking at April, and April says, why do you gotta be such a condescending bitch, Catelynn? And Catelynn is 16 years old. That's not fake. Driving in the car where I think it was questioned whether or not she was drunk. She's smoking, chain smoking. Cate's over there pregnant, and she's just cursing Cate. Cate's friend is in the back like this. Somebody get me the heck away from these people. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, some of this cannot be faked. She goes on to say, but you can't judge someone from 14 years ago. LOL. Let's be clear. Cate is not judging her mom. I don't think I've ever seen Cate judge her mom. Cate is talking about the trauma that she has because what happened to her 14 years ago. She's not judging her mom. She's saying, listen, these are the facts. I got pregnant at a young age. I had to give my child up for adoption because X, Y, and Z. And then this was my life growing up. It was chaotic. It was crazy. There was abuse, verbal abuse, mental abuse, emotional abuse. All these things happened 14 years ago that led me to be a person that has extreme anxiety, that suffers from trauma, that has PTSD. So she's not blaming anyone. She's not judging anyone, okay? So I guess, God forbid, someone was sexually abused 14 years ago. They can't now talk about it on TV and say, because of what happened back then, I suffer from PTSD. Because then they would be judging the person that did that 14 years ago. No, you're twisting things. You're twisting things. That's what you're doing. She then goes on to say, the only time my sister talks to my mom is to babysit her kids, which is often. Well, I guess it's a good thing to hear that Catelynn is talking to her mom, April, often. Congratulations. From the show, it does seem like their relationship has improved quite a bit. Now, who told you that Cate only talks to April when she needs a babysitter? Where did you get that information from? Would April stand up and say, I told her that? Because it's true? Because I feel like it's probably not true. I feel like Cate has boundaries, healthy boundaries, that she has set, that she don't want to break. So maybe she doesn't talk to her mom as much, and maybe she does call her mom to babysit here and there. She's the grandmother. She can say no. But I know when I need somebody to watch my kids, you want to know who I call? If me or my husband or their older sister can't watch them? My mom, his mom, because those are your go-to normally. You know, if you have somewhat of a functioning, decent relationship, you do call your mom. So I would be willing to bet that April would not stand up to say, I told her that. Maybe April got mad one day and was venting and made a comment like that, but I don't believe that it's true, okay? I don't believe that it's true. Let's continue. She says, I don't care what any one of you have to say. I will always stick up for my mother. That's great. Stick up for your mom. But also remember, you have a sister. You have a sister. And I don't think for one second that Cate would want to see all of Teen Mom World attacking April. I don't think that's what she wants. I think Cate brought her mom along for that trip with the most truest, genuine intentions of them working on their issues. Unfortunately, because it is on a show, it airs and people have opinions. But I don't think Catelynn wants to see her mom be attacked. I think it would hurt her feelings to see that. But while you're jumping at everyone and mad, you're blaming the wrong person. You're bringing Catelynn. Now, was April paid for this? Probably not what Catelynn was paid. But I feel like Catelynn has also given her family members opportunity to earn a little bit of money here and there. Like in this instance. More than likely, April was paid a little bit. It wasn't just wasted time. So she got paid to go stay at this beautiful house where they could go hang out with other people and go bungee jumping if you want, go swimming and all these cool things. But all she has to do is it has to be on TV and she has to do therapy with her daughter. I mean, to me, it's almost like a win-win. The one bad thing is it's aired on TV. And unfortunately, judgment comes with that. Okay. MTV portrays her as crap all the time for their own views. Well, we know that MTV does that. How is that Catelynn's fault? Because guess what? Catelynn did not drag your mom by her ear to participate. Your mom looked like she was A-okay coming in the car. We didn't see her hands tied up. We didn't see her tied to the car. She was coming. April's a grown woman. She can make her own mind up if she wants to go. We didn't see Cate forcing her to go. Take it how you want it. If Cate wants to portray her so bad, why does my mom always watch her kids? Because clearly she's not a crap person like MTV. Highlight, MTV portrays her, not Cate. Not Cate. Cate did not portray your mother in a bad light. Your mom knows how MTV works, just like Catelynn does. So why is it Catelynn's fault? You don't want to put responsibility on the person who it should be on? Catelynn knows that MTV is capable of manipulating the footage. But April's aware of that too because April's been in this game as long as Catelynn has. Okay? 16 and pregnant, very first episode, we saw April as well. So April knew while going, I can get a little bit of a paycheck. I can go somewhere nice. Have therapy with my daughter, work on our relationship. But I am putting myself at the mercy of MTV, who may make me look bad. And she decided to do it. It's not Cate's fault. It's April's fault. But here's the thing. I would have did it as well. Now, in a now deleted video, Sarah, who has a different father than Catelynn, denied that April is an alcoholic and claimed that she is being portrayed that way on the show for ratings.
Y'all got your drinks, right? They come and take them away from you?
April.
I want my drink.
I remember watching 16 and Pregnant, and not only did April drink a lot, but she did drugs. So I would definitely think that she suffered from alcohol addiction.
I drank a lot. I drank every day when she was growing up for a long time.
That's just my opinion. Didn't April talk about that? Hasn't April acknowledged that? No? She says, I am sick of you guys talking crap about my mom. You guys want to say she has an addiction and she's a drunk and an alcoholic, and you guys want to message her and dog on her. That crap's not cool, and you guys don't know anything. I don't agree with anybody messaging April, saying anything. We are all entitled to our opinion because guess what? We watch the show, which is what keeps the show on the air, which is what keeps these families able to take care of their children. So the people that are responsible for ratings and keeping the show alive, they have the right to give an opinion. Do I think they should be bashing Cate, be bashing April? Absolutely not. I don't agree with that. But once again, is this Catelynn's fault? No, it's not. I will go into depth because I don't have a contract with MTV. And I'm sick of you guys dogging my mom. And I'm sick of Catelynn dogging on my mom. I've never heard Catelynn dog on your mom when, let me tell you, darling, there were times your mom absolutely deserved it. 1,000%. Okay. Sarah said she does not drink all the time, maybe once every 2 weeks. And yeah, she is going to drink when MTV is around because MTV makes her out to be the bad guy all the time. My mom is not a piece of crap. Well, let me tell you something. Yes, MTV, they have alcohol there. But if you know that MTV wants to make you look like the bad guy, I wouldn't be drinking. I'd be like, as long as them cameras are here, I'm going to be on my best behavior because I don't want them to make me look crazy. After they leave, I'll have me a drink. But on the episode the other night, they shut alcohol down, and April really did go into like full addict mode, I felt like.
Y'all got your drinks, right? They come and take them away from you?
April.
I want my drink!
Where's my drink? They didn't take y'all's drink. She tells Cate, I'm about to beat somebody up because they took her drink. Girl, pour you a glass of water. You don't need alcohol that bad unless you depend on it. I want to say again, I like April, but I do think April struggles. I mean, I think that's the reason Cate set that boundary, that she's not going to be around her mom when her mom drinks. Another thing that I think from my memory back watching 16 and Pregnant is when April would drink, April would be mean to Cate. So I don't blame Cate for not wanting to be around her mother when she drinks. Sarah then went on to describe what she says happened back in 2009 during Catelynn's 16 and Pregnant episode, claiming that April thought Cate was keeping Carly up until the end of the pregnancy when she surprised her and told her that she was placing Carly up for adoption. So this is what she said in the TikTok. She was afraid that Tyler was going to leave her. So what was the real reason that Catelynn gave up Carly? Honestly, I think that's pretty crappy for you to say of your sister. I think you know your sister probably better than most people. And me, from watching your sister, I've seen the heartache that she struggled with putting her child up for adoption. But did she really have a good place to bring that baby? You mean to tell me Catelynn was not looking at it like, I don't have a good place to bring my baby, but instead she was like, well, I'm scared Tyler will leave me. What, are you saying Tyler would leave her if she did or didn't? So are you saying she was scared Tyler would leave her if she kept the baby? Is that what you're telling me? Because I watched the show and I saw them discussing it, talking about it, and this was a decision they both made. It was extremely tough. They cried about it, and now for someone to come out and minimize how tough it was for Cate and Tyler, that's crappy of you. Because this was a real situation where a baby was involved. Their baby, who they had to make the toughest decision of their lives. They probably never had a decision this tough still to this day. And someone that claims to love Cate to come in and to minimize and throw it off on this like BS, like, oh, what's the real reason? She thought Tyler was going to leave. Like, come on, get it together. Shut up. That's BS. And that makes me mad. Like, you as her sister, you know that's not the reason. Sarah then says, Catelynn had all this traumatizing PTSD and all this crap growing up. Okay, well, me and Catelynn are not that far apart. We're 4 years apart. So if she still has all this trauma from her childhood, why wouldn't I have trauma? Because I sure as hell don't have any trauma that Catelynn has. It's all for show. Girl, did you put your child up for adoption? Did your mama threaten to knock your teeth down your throat? Did your mama call you condescending bitch? Did you live in a house where people were constantly drinking, chain smoking, and doing drugs and passing out and fighting? Because if you did, you probably do have trauma. Like Catelynn said. Catelynn said you do have trauma. And considering that Catelynn said they have had to take care of you, they've had to put you in a home, you don't like to work, maybe that's related to your trauma. You struggle to work. You struggle to keep friends, relationships. I don't know. Maybe that's due to your trauma, darling. To minimize her trauma when we saw what she went through, you should be ashamed of yourself, Sarah. Now, obviously, Sarah rides very hard for April. In fact, she named her daughter, who was born in 2020, April, in honor of her mother. I so like this little post. This little post is a picture of Sarah and April. Somebody's driving. I guess it's April. And it says, point to the most toxic person, and they're both pointing to each other. Surprisingly, Sarah and April have not always had a good relationship. In fact, back in 2014, Catelynn confirmed to In Touch Weekly that she had taken legal custody of Sarah, who was then 16, after April kicked Sarah out of her house. So you mean to tell me you ain't got no trauma, but your mom kicked you out at 16? Okay, girl. Catelynn told the magazine she was living on a drug addict's porch without food. Sarah, you were living on a drug addict's front porch without any food, but you have no trauma? Catelynn said, we are not raising her, but we're guiding her. Sarah's TikTok videos and accusations obviously struck a nerve with Catelynn. They struck a nerve with me, so I imagine they struck a nerve with Catelynn. Catelynn ended up posting a series of old screenshots that showed that Sarah had once praised Cate and Tyler on Facebook for all the things that they had done for her. Catelynn then went live on Instagram to discuss the issue. So on this screenshot, it says, this is Sarah posting May 20, 2015. Getting a trailer. Hell yeah, finally on my own, thanks to Catelynn and Tyler. Really? It was really nice of them because they didn't have to do that. So Catelyn's response was, I have a sister named Sarah. She went on TikTok yesterday and posted a video saying many things, saying that everybody doesn't know the truth, that my PTSD and my trauma are all lies. She basically disregarded me having PTSD and trauma, saying that we're only 4 years difference and that if Catelynn has all this trauma, then why don't I have it? Catelyn's response, I love it. She says, the BITCH doesn't know that she has trauma because she's never worked on her crap. Catelynn then talked about how she gave Sarah a house and cars to help her get on her own over the years or get up on her own feet over the years. Catelynn said that Sarah cannot keep a job. She'll work for a day or a week and then quit. She definitely has trauma. She just doesn't know what it is. She has no clue what the F she is dealing with, but she definitely has it. I agree. Catelynn was particularly upset about the claims that Sarah made regarding Carly. So Catelynn says, she tries to act like everything is fake. She even said something like the reason Catelynn placed her daughter for adoption was that she was afraid Tyler was going to leave her. That is not accurate at all. I was not forced to do the adoption. I made the effing decision my damn self. Nobody forced me to do it. Catelynn also addressed all the help that she's given Sarah over the years. Catelynn said that she lived with me while she was in middle school and high school for a very long time. She lived with me. I then bought her a trailer, a brand new trailer. It was put in the trailer park. She was just old enough to get up on her feet, so we tried to set her up. I literally bought her a trailer just for her to let it go. It just ticks me off that she is trying to say that my trauma and stuff is fake and that I was forced to do an adoption. Are you effing kidding me? Who are you? She has stolen from me so many times. So if you steal, trauma maybe trauma? She would steal from me and I would let her back into my life. This happened for years. Her constantly doing something to hurt me and me letting her back into my life. Catelynn stated that up until recently, she and Sarah had a really good relationship and that Sarah had even made Catelynn the godmother to her daughter, April. Catelynn also claimed that she would help Sarah out financially anytime that she needed. She said every once in a while she would ask me for help, so I would help her with her water bill or buy a battery for her car. I would help her with the battery for her car, and then 2 days later she would ask me for money again. I just had this bad feeling in my gut about it with her not working or ever keeping a job. Then the one time I told her no, sorry, I'm not giving you any more money, she literally freaked out on me, called me every name in the book. Sounds like trauma to me, Sarah. Said I'm only famous because I gave my kid away and that I got paid to give my kid away. And that okay, first off, she was going to get paid either way. She did, and I don't even know if they got paid for the first season, but whether or not she gave Carly up didn't matter financially for them. Because I'm not sure if they got paid for that first season, but if they did, the ones that kept their kids also got paid. So that point is invalid. Catelynn then goes on to say, this is my only blood sister who is saying these things about me. Catelynn says she cut Sarah off after she made the comments about Catelynn getting paid to give her child up for adoption. Like, girl, Sarah, you lucky, because she should have cut you off way before that. Catelynn then goes on to say, do y'all really think that I wanted to give my baby away? No, I did not. But I knew at that time it was the right thing to do because of my living situation, because of my age. I just completely cut her off now because for the one time I'm going to say no, you're going to say evil and hurtful things. I will not tolerate it anymore. Blood or not, I will not tolerate it. That's her, Catelynn, having boundaries. She also stated that her mental health issues are very real. I do agree. I think we all see that Catelynn has trauma. Catelynn says, I do have PTSD and panic disorder, and I know this because I was diagnosed by top-notch psychiatrists and psychologists. I just hate the fact that she is going on her profile and she's talking about me, her sister. It is the most disgusting thing ever. I agree. April has not commented on Sarah and Catelynn's feud, but Tyler did, and I just love Tyler. Tyler says, the audacity of some of my in-laws is astounding. However, not surprising, unfortunately. I wish I could say that I'm in shock, but I would be lying. My wife has literally done nothing to deserve any of the heartless, cruel, and vulgar comments that her sibling has made about her both publicly and personally. And to be honest, I don't even really get mad anymore when this stuff happens since I'm so used to her family treating her this way. I just get sad for her. Sarah, you need to understand that you and anybody else in your family that talks to any other family member this way have an issue, darling, okay? Tyler went on to say, this woman literally has one of the most purest hearts that I've ever come across. She is the last person that deserves such cruelty, especially from the people that she has been over backwards more than once to help. Exactly, but that's usually the way that it works. Now, we all have that one family member that no matter how much you help them, God forbid you do something they don't want you to do, or you disagree with them, and then they're going to attack you. Tyler claimed that both Sarah and Kate's little brother Nicholas have both stolen property from them in the past. He stated that Nicholas allegedly stole $2,500 worth of equipment from their home and tried to sell it online, and that Sarah's latest thievery attempt was at Christmas. Sarah stole money from us on Christmas during our gift exchange, which was only one of the many times that she has stolen from us. Sarah, I realize I went a little hard on you. My advice is seek help. You absolutely have trauma. And the fact that you're going after your family members who have helped you like this says that you have trauma, speaks to your trauma. The fact that you steal from your family members speaks to the fact that it seems that you probably have trauma. The things that you are saying to your only blood sister who has never done anything but help you, and then one time say, no, I'm not giving you money, and this is how you treat her, you have trauma, darling. And I pray that you get it situated and maybe you can apologize to your sister and make amends with her and do right and do better. I've watched Cate since 16 and pregnant. I saw the trauma she endured. Like I said, hell, I got trauma from watching her and everything that she had to deal with. Getting pregnant at 16, trying to figure out the best route to take because she did not have a stable environment to bring that baby home to. That is a decision, like I said, the hardest one that they probably ever had to make still to this day. And you're going to minimize it? Girl, nobody in their right mind would do that. I don't know, you guys. I'm just like blown away that someone that has been helped so much by Cate and Tyler would act this way. All because of the way that MTV is portraying Cate. April. It's not Cate doing this. It's MTV. Go after MTV, and how about you leave your sister alone? Because she doesn't deserve it. You guys leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. What do y'all think about this Sarah girl coming out of hiding, or wherever she's been, to attack Cate and minimizing Cate's trauma? You leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. Were you guys as irritated as I am? I want to hear what you got to say about it. Let me know your thoughts. Give this video a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing to the channel. We are trying to build this channel as a reality TV, trending topics, entertainment news, celebrity news, and gossip channel. I have my Elle Bee channel that we have transferred over to true crime. So this will be where you get all the tea and the gossip and all of that. So subscribe to the channel. Follow me over on TikTok, on Facebook, on Instagram, and on Twitter, and on the Elle Bee channel if you're interested. All the links will be in the description box below. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye, everyone.